of course, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has been gone for over 50 years now, but his impact is still with us today.
Yeah, David Kaplan spoke to some community members honoring Dr. King's legacy and how the civil rights activists would react to what happened in the year 2020. David?
I don't have to tell you, a lot happened in 2020. How would Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who passed away in 1968, react to today's events? I spoke to people in the community to get their thoughts. On Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Bakersfield nonprofits, The Hub, and Children First organized 3 acts of service projects around Bakersfield to honor Dr. King and what he stood for. Groups picked up trash in East Bakersfield, painted a mural under the Beale Avenue overpass, and set up easels for students in the Bakersfield City School District stuck at home to use for art.
It's really important for our young people to learn more about Dr. King and his legacy, learn about the civil rights movement, learn about all those who contributed to the movement and who have given so much for many of the rights that we enjoy today.
Patrick Jackson, president of the NAACP Bakersfield branch, says MLK fought for racial equality, gender equality, and job rights, which was manifested in the election win of Kamala Harris as the first African-American woman vice president.
I think it's a huge accomplishment for Kamala Harris to continue to show empowerment in the movement of change, of equality of people of color getting in positions that they hadn't been in before.
He says Dr. King helped pave the trail for Barack Obama to be elected president in 2008. Yet we're still fighting issues of racism today.
Equality for this country doesn't necessarily mean a position. It means the less of us that are being treated equally, the less of us that are at the bottom barrel. And those are the people that Dr. King was fighting for, not the people that are in elite levels or in elite positions.
Ward 2 Councilman Andre Gonzalez says when thinking about police brutality, protests, riots, and other events that have happened in our country over the past year, we should turn to one of Dr. King's quotes.
Darkness cannot cast out darkness. Only light can do that. And hate cannot cast out hate. Only love can do that.
Violence is self-defeating.
Jackson says America has embraced Dr. King since he's been gone, but when MLK was alive, he had a 63% disapproval rating, and the American government deemed him as the most dangerous man in the country. Jackson says we need to think about how a man who presented himself as a peaceful man, a pastor, a person asking for equality, was deemed the most dangerous man in our country. In studio, David Kaplan, Eyewitness News.
Is there a story you think we should investigate? Call our Eyewitness News tip line at 869-2929.